And young. Just waiting to see if more people will come on. Good morning. Good morning. It is 9:15 p.m. here, and DJ just left. And we did some reactions, and I'm really tired. But I thought I'd come on after. I don't know if you know that we had a live stream before we reacted. Can you guys hear me? Can you let me know if you hear me? Because I don't see the levels going up on the microphone. Okay, good. It's yet another surprise live. In my teens and mid-20s. I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin, Bowie, Aerosmith, all of that. Then in the 80s, I listened to a lot of heavy metal like Ozzy Osbourne. In the 90s, I listened to a lot of grunge. Still always listening to Led Zeppelin, Sabbath, and all that old stuff too. Did you see that? Who just walked down the stairs? We have talked about our biases. DJ's is Jimin, and mine is V. Hot cup of coffee would be very nice. It is unfortunately cold here again because it's nighttime. I'm looking up the temperature right now. It's 53 degrees out, which isn't too bad, but it's still cold when there's no sun. Hi, Casey. Did you miss the one earlier today, Casey? This must be a bad time to go live. We've never only had 31 people on at one time. It's always had in the hundreds. Were you able to watch the replay, Casey? That's funny. DJ really liked that hamburger. I can't even express to you how good it is with the jalapeno, not jalapeno, the habanero on it. and the sweet barbecue and everything. It's just fantastic. Thanks for the conversion, Jill. Well, isn't it like 6 o'clock there, Casey? It's about time for dinner, right? Hi, Carla. Hi from Argentina. Hey from Indy, 3 hours away. Well, it's nice to see you again. Is it Hind Ali? By Cariza Victor. Are we watching the live stream of the concert on Saturday? I don't think so because I would imagine you had to pay for that, and I haven't done anything about that. I haven't looked into it at all. I don't know if you guys know this, but Casey, who is in the chat right now, went to the concert in Vegas last Saturday. So you guys should ask her what it was like. Hi from Sri Lanka. Well, thank you, Priv, for watching this in bed. I appreciate it very much. Hey from Scotland. I'm about to make chicken and green chili enchilada casserole. That sounds good. Lucy, thank you very much. We made 5 or 6 of them tonight. It's mainly because The Rise of Bangtan is an hour-long video, and that takes place of quite a few videos that we could be doing in an hour, and then we could do 5 or 6 videos in that amount of time. So that's why we only got 5 or 6 done, and that's the way it's been every week because of The Rise of Bangtan being so long. Oh, you sent me a link. I'll take a look at it. I guess Casey would have been D1, right? So Casey and Eve, you were there together. I don't know what an announcement link is. Is that something everybody can see? I don't know what that is. Oh, you went D2? Hello from Romania. My bias is V. Saw them in LA. Ticketmaster messed me up at checkout, so no Vegas. That's not fun. I'm glad you made it too, Zumba. You guys are great. Thank you. Well, there's not a lot of people here, but I'm just going to make an announcement. Do you still want to hear it? Five-week Korean course. Maybe that's way more important than this. See you in the morning for Super Tuna. Well, just so everybody knows, we didn't actually do the challenge in this video because we didn't even know what it was. All we did was try to figure out what Super Tuna was, and the challenge will come in a different video. So I don't want anybody to get upset that there was an actual challenge there. DJ and I were talking tonight after we were reacting about our Dechita cover that we're going to do at 100,000 subs. No, Carla, the announcement is coming right now. Um, we were talking about it and we were thinking that we should go ahead and do it and just do it now and not wait for 100,000. Would that be something everybody would like to see? So I think starting this weekend, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to start doing the music for it and get all the music ready. And DJ will then will come over and do the rap. We'll get the song done. Then we're going to make the music video. And it's going to be like a real music video, not just like sitting in a room rapping. It's not going to be a full on copy of the actual Deshita, but we're going to follow kind of the same, I don't know, I want to say a more modern feeling of that video, but still make a video. And we're just not going to wait for 100,000 because who knows how long that's going to be. When we made that announcement back in, was it the end of December? We had been going up so fast in subscribers that we literally thought we were going to hit 100,000 at the end of January. And that gave us a month to record this song and make a video. And then it started to slow down. And then we thought, okay, there's some breathing room at least. If we hit it at March, then, but we haven't even hit 50,000 and it's May. So I'm not sure what happened with why our subscribers went like this and then tapered off. So we're just not going to wait. We're just going to go ahead and do it. I don't know when exactly, but it'll be before 100,000, that's for sure. DJ will be the one in the video doing all the rapping, so he'll get the scar. And I think we're going to go live on Saturday. We keep talking about scheduling these things because we always just do the surprise because we never know when we're going to be able to do it. So we always just have to kind of do one when we're available. But I think we're going to schedule one for Saturday, which means I got to schedule it tonight. Oh, he just went up again. Bye, Adrian. So Dechatal should come sooner than 100,000. Honestly, if I worked on that song, I could probably get the song done this weekend. My brother's going to do the drums on it, but I got to get him to sit down and record it. That's going to be the hardest part of doing the music. And then getting DJ over at a time, that might take a week or so to get him over for a long enough time to be able to rap. He's still learning it. And from there, so that I figured that could be 2 weeks. And then to make the music video, that's gonna be the bigger haul than actually doing the song. And, if I did the video, we could shoot the video in a weekend, and then I have to edit it. So, I would say probably, and this isn't a promise, but with 2 months maybe, um, we could have it out within 2 months. And in 2 months, we'll probably be at, like, 55,000 to 60,000, so it's definitely not gonna be closer to 100, it'll be closer to 50 when we get it out. But we just don't wanna wait anymore. We've been talking about doing it for so long that we're 3 months in, almost 4 months in of talking about doing this. We just wanna do it, we don't wanna wait. And then, something that nobody else has ever heard, I'm trying to get DJ to commit to doing a cover of "Joke" afterwards. So we'll do "Dechita" first, and I wanna do "Joke" next. But it's a bigger haul for DJ than for me to play the music. He's gotta actually rap in a different language. So, we don't have access to a Chinese or Japanese garden, so we're not gonna do the whole copy the video. We're gonna do something that's the feel of the video in a more modern setting. So it won't be an actual copy like Weird Al would do. It's just gonna have the same sort of feel to it, but in a modern setting instead of the whole garden setting. Actually, you know what? I haven't thought that far ahead, Jill, if what part I would play in the video. I never really considered even being in the video. It was just gonna be me with a camera filming DJ and other people, but I suppose it's possible I could play that part. But I'm really looking forward to it because I really love that song, and I think we're gonna do a really good job. It's not gonna be movie quality like the actual video. Nothing but millions of dollars is gonna get you that, but it's gonna be fun. That's the whole point of it, is just to do something fun with a song that we like. Okay, I'll do the cameo somewhere. Kinda have an idea of what we're gonna do with this modern theme. It's gotta be something that we're gonna be actually able to do. We don't have sets and stuff like that we can do videos like that. So I gotta find locations, and I don't know. We gotta figure out a way we can do a modern theme that's actually practical. Butcher counter at Kroger. Yeah, I don't think they'll let anybody behind the thing, and I don't know. We're gonna try to make it a serious video, but, just it's not gonna be the quality and the scenes and the set of that video. We really just wanna have fun with it and not try to be a perfectionist about it, you know? You guys see that right there? And then I have another one down there that's for our PO box unopening. We got something from Mo, and I forget who the other person was. We did not do an unboxing for April 1st because we didn't get anything until like the last day we got Mo's package. And we weren't going to just open up one. We wanted to wait until we got a few more. And somebody sent us a prank, but I don't believe it was actually sent by a Get Sideways viewer. I think it was a prank sent by the company that makes the prank to get us to react to getting it. And I have to admit, they got me with the prank. I couldn't believe it. And then I found out it was a prank. Actually, my daughter, Kira, found out that it was a prank. And then I thought, okay, well, then that's kind of funny, actually. But when I didn't think it was a prank, I wasn't happy about it. Jewel? Let me look. Yeah, it's from a Julie. Yeah, Stigma. Did Stigma come out already? Because we reacted to that. Got to look in our studio app here to see. Try to see when Stigma comes out, if it has already. Stigma is April 18. 18, right? That's Monday? Yeah, I guess that's next Monday. You know, we reacted to So What. You guys know that song? I would imagine you know that song, So What? It's been blocked 7 days now, and it's not gonna get unblocked. So I think I'm gonna have to have it edit out. Like YouTube has this thing where you can dispute, and I've already disputed it, and they have 30 days to respond. So usually disputing doesn't do. I mean, we had those Beatles reactions that I had in dispute for 30 days. It took 30 days for it to be released out of copyright hold. Anyway, so we did So What lyric video and So What live. The So What live part of it is still blocked. So now all I need to do is go in there and just tell it to trim out that part, and then it'll get unblocked. So what you're going to see in our So What video eventually is us watching the lyric version, and then it's going to say, okay, let's watch the live now. And I'm going to click, and then it's going to be back to us after we watched it. So they're going to just cut that part out of the video, and then at least you hear us talk about it, but you won't get to see how we reacted during the live. But spoiler alert, we loved it. It was such a fun song, and it's become one of my favorites. So, I was thinking after this live stream that I would go on Instagram because we haven't done that in a long time. And I miss talking to people face to face rather than reading all the comments. So, hopefully, you guys will go over to the official MCA Instagram and then connect and then talk to me. So that's funny, Lisa. Yes, I have like a dozen favorites. If you when you watch our videos from that we did tonight, where I'm wearing this Kodiak Bear shirt, um, we talk about this bell that we have. We used to use this bell all the time. Whenever I would say, "Oh, this song is one of my favorites," like every time I'd show him a Led Zeppelin song back in the day, it was always like, "This is one of my favorites." And he would ring the bell if I'd say one of my favorites. And he was ringing the bell multiple times in multiple videos. And we talked about that tonight in one of our videos where one of the things we watched, I said, "This is one of my favorites." And I think it was the medley song where Bape Say was in it, and I was like, "Oh, Bape Say is one of my favorites." He reached over and rang the bell, and, it's just funny that you said that, is don't you have a dozen favorites? Well, that's kind of the running joke on Get Sideways. If you watch our videos for the last year and a half, one of my favorites is one of our long running joke, probably our longest running joke on the channel. That everything is my favorite that I see and I show him. So later on, when I disconnect, are you guys gonna go over to Instagram and get on there and chat? I don't wanna go over there, there's not gonna be anybody over there. I don't wanna start a live waiting for to see if anybody's gonna show up. Yeah, at least I did that, like, in every single video tonight except for maybe one, and I did fool him. Don't you remember? I got him to look, and he admitted, "Yeah, I looked." I He goes, "I don't know why, but I looked because I thought it was real." But I've done that to him for so long. Bye, Kelly. My favorite music genre is probably rock and roll. Thank you. I'm having a great night. I'm just really tired. Late to the party. I don't like Instagram. Sorry, not a fan of it at all. Were you never on any of our Instagram? See you, Michelle. 52 Blue, you didn't really miss anything. Just me talking about, oh, I guess technically you did. You missed that we're going to do um, our Detcha Talk cover early. We're not going to wait for 100,000. And I'm going to start working on it this weekend. That's really the main thing that you would have missed. See you, Carla. D Mysterious Amy is here. Our D Mysterious Army. I need to wear glasses. You know that. I'm supposed to wear contacts, but I don't ever wear them anymore now that I work out of the house all the time. There's the other cat, the one that I figured you would never see. The repairs are still ongoing, and it's going to be probably months for me to recover from all of that. I've gotten about half of them done. The problem with contractors is that either don't want to come to a job so small or they're booked out so far that everything just takes forever. I hate not having a ceiling and I hate that my floor is all cut up. After Dechita, I think, Lisa, we're gonna do Joke. See you, Sandra. We were also talking after our reactions tonight about just the sheer size of how many people follow us. I mean, sure, by YouTuber standards, it's not as impressive as somebody with hundreds and hundreds of thousands or millions of followers. But I was just telling DJ, I said, imagine you go into um, Nationwide Arena, which is an arena we have here for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you stand in the middle of that arena and you look around at how big that is, and that's less than half. I said, imagine going to something twice the size and it's still smaller of the amount of people that follow us. And it's just mind blowing that that many people follow us. It is 9:43 p.m. I also was pointed out if you go to Ohio Stadium, which is a stadium we have here for the Ohio State Buckeyes, that our followers would fill half the stadium. It's unbelievable. It's one of the biggest stadiums in the world, and we would fill half of it. It's just I can't believe it. Nationwide is 18 to 20,000. Um, so you figure two, almost two and a half that size. It's just unbelievable. Yep, love the Blue Jackets. Even though when you watch our channel, you'll see that I have a Blackhawks jersey on the wall behind me. That's because I was a Blackhawks fan for many, many years before the Blue Jackets were ever a team. You had to wait a month to have your pipes. Oh my goodness. Does that mean you had no water for a month? Thank you. Is it Claudiu? Thank you for that. Yeah, to be honest with you, if we were fake reactors, we'd probably have a higher sub count because, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 other reactors and falling over the couch and falling off their chairs and screaming and yelling about how amazing everything is, and it's like, this is obviously fake, but they've got tons of subscribers, so we're just not gonna we're not gonna do anything fake. We're just gonna be ourselves, and we're happy where we're growing, and we're happy about that, so yeah, wouldn't it be great? So, Lisa, did you happen to go to Pink Floyd at Ohio Stadium? I did. 1988. Hershey, Pennsylvania. I hope they come to Columbus. I just don't see that happening. I mean, Taylor Swift almost sold out Ohio Stadium, right? Who else? Somebody else did. I mean, they don't have a lot of concerts at Ohio Stadium. Hey, DJ's here. They don't have a lot of concerts at Ohio Stadium. There's very few. Yeah, Pink Floyd, um, that concert was when they had that big pig that flew on a line over. I mean, you just compare what they do now back to what they did in the '80s. A pig flying over the audience was a big deal back then. Please don't fall off your chair. Throw my hands in the air, start screaming, saying, "This is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life, and I will never hear anything again. And now I'm complete, and I can die happy now." I'm way more laid back to do all that stuff. It would look fake if I did that because I'm just so laid back, I guess. Every once in a while, we get kinda hyped up, but I think we got kinda hyped up for "So What." Someday you'll be able to see that reaction once it gets unblocked. We just really liked it. So I don't know if you heard DJ, but I told everybody I was gonna start working on Dechata tonight, like we talked about earlier before you left, and that we're gonna try to release it as soon as we can, rather than waiting, and that we might do joke afterwards. Don't you love how I volunteer him for all this stuff that he has to do all the hard stuff part? By the way, DJ, I'm gonna go live on Instagram after this if you have a time, but obviously you don't have to. If you have time, I'll we can chat with each other with the 3 people that'll probably be watching. Okay, Jewel, I have 2 packages. I have one from Mo and one from Julie. Is Jewel.e Julie? Okay, yeah, I have it. It's right there. Do you recognize it? Thank you, by the way, for sending it. We haven't opened it yet, but I am very grateful that you sent that to us. Thank you. We're gonna open it probably for the May 1st. We only received 1 package when I picked up Moe's for, so it may have been delivered the 30th, but I didn't get it probably even on time, and we only had 1 package, so we didn't do an unboxing video, and we'll do it at the end of this month if we can get some more stuff sent to it. By the way, DJ's birthday's coming up. If you feel like sending him something, I would send it this month because his birthday's May 2nd. If you send it May 2nd, we won't get open until June 1st. So I'm not asking anybody to do that or obligated, but if you were thinking of doing that, I would send it this month and not wait. We never reacted to a lot of bands, not just Striper. Um, I don't know. I met Striper back in the '80s. I have it on video. What are crack videos? Katamali, we reacted to So What a week ago, or is it 2 weeks ago? And I think it's 2 weeks ago. We reacted to So What 2 weeks ago, and it's been blocked ever since. I'm gonna have to have part of it removed to get it to be unblocked. So the cat went upstairs. She's going up and down the stairs for some reason behind me. Who can tell me what her name is? I'll be real impressed. And I don't think Mo's here to get the answer. Does anybody know the name of that cat that keeps walking behind me? Not you, DJ. That's cheating. So when DJ and I were on live before we did our reactions and we were eating the hamburgers, I picked up my black cat and asked, "What's his name?" And a few people got the answer right, including Mo, who got the answer first. So it's not Princess. Boy, I'll be really impressed if you know the name of the orange cat that we have that just went upstairs. And the only way that you could know her name is if you've watched my vlog on the MCA channel because she appeared in it with her name on it. You'll never guess it just by guessing. You'd have to actually see the video that she was in. I'm surprised KC hasn't answered. I know she's seen the video. Dolly Parton. Come on, KC, don't let Mo show you up. Mo got Terrio earlier today. I am doing just fine. I'm just a little tired. I'm a lot tired. I'm a lot tired every single day. It comes from 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep a night for 15 years. I noticed Casey still hasn't answered the name of the orange cat. You know you've seen the video, Casey. David Lee Roth. I am 52. I was born in the 60s. There were 6 months left in the 60s when I was born. I need to sleep a lot more. I've even started taking melatonin now, something my wife has been taking for a year or so, that I just can't sleep long enough at night, and I start taking melatonin. And I now sleep when I do go to bed and I wake up in the morning, I actually sleep through the entire night now, and that's new for me. Thank you, Bunny Kitty. Um, the biggest concert I've ever been to, Kelvin, I just mentioned a few minutes ago, maybe, um, was Pink Floyd at Ohio Stadium, which was a really big deal. I think it was 1988. Probably the biggest concert I've ever been to. Were you born in the 60s, Lisa? 65. My brother was born in 66. My oldest brother. I'm the second. He was the first, and he's the one that's gonna play the drums on Dechita, if I can get him to do it. He's extremely good drummer. You'd be amazed how good he is. I did too, Kelvin, I did too. Always loved listening to Led Zeppelin. That first Beatles album, when we did the full album, that took, um, over 30 days to get unblocked so that we could release it. Journey opened for Rolling Stones, so that must have been late 70s, which would have been what's that video they did on the stoop of a New York, maybe a Brooklyn or a Harlem? What was that called? Which one was that? I'm talking about the video they did. Maybe that was before then. Aloha from Hawaii. What's the temperature there, Lena? It was it's 53 here. Casey, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I would have loved to have seen Led Zeppelin, but I was 11 years old, no, 10 years old when Bonham died. I think the video was the James Bond video that she was in, right? I think my cats were in the Bond video, but I could be wrong. Her name is Miley. See if you can figure out why her name is Miley and how she got the name. Yeah, and Lisa, that's gonna happen for, like, another 3 weeks, and then at the end of that 3 weeks, it's going to be 95, and we're not gonna have any spring. Cat scratch fever. I do love that song. And DJ, that's the song that we first made the Pickwick on that reaction that we did, our 99th video, Cat Scratch Fever. She is unknown age because we got her from a friend who had a farm, and she was a cat that just lived out on in the barns with all the other cats, and she refused to get mice. So she was starting to starve to death. So we took her in. We took her in, and my daughters named her. That would have been 2007, 2008. We believe she's around 12 to 13 years old. And somebody already mentioned, I think Lisa already got it. It's technically, Lisa, you're almost right. She's not named after Miley Cyrus, but you're close. You're so very close. And it's really just a technicality. And you're going to be mad when I tell you what the technicality is, because you're technically right, but can anybody guess what the technicality is that Lisa's wrong on? No, not the spelling. You're both you're both right. No, the cat doesn't twerk. You're both technically right. It's just a technicality that I'm holding you on. She is named after that person, but she's not named after Miley Cyrus, and she's not named after Hannah Montana. All right, I'm gonna tell you. She's named after Miley Stewart. My daughters were at an age that Hannah Montana was their favorite show, and I think it was the very first season of Hannah Montana, which I believe was 2008, and they wanted to name her after Miley Stewart. Miley Stewart is the name of the character in Hannah Montana, played by Miley Cyrus. So, it's pretty bad technicality, I know. Miley Cyrus is the actress, played a character named Miley Stewart, who had a, um, alter ego of Hannah Montana. Yeah, I think I've seen every episode of Hannah Montana 10 to 20 times, and I honestly missed it when it went off the air. When she decided to leave the show, it became such a everyday occurrence for me to hear that, and the girls watching it and me being on the couch with them, spending time with them, watching it, maybe doing homework or whatever, having it on the background. Everywhere we went in the car, because I had a TV in the car that had an iPod connected to it, all of that. It was just part of their lives growing up. And it was just weird to me to not have Hannah Montana playing, but I guess they eventually would have grown out of it anyway. But I remember Kira, DJ's wife, was like, "Oh, I wanna let's name her Miley. I like the name Miley." Because I wanted to name her Juice, which is a terrible name for a cat. Because she's orange, I just wanted to name her Juice. And she's like, "No, Miley." Yeah, my girls watched Hannah Montana. What was another big one? Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah, her name's Miley. Wizards of Waverly Place. Um, Victorious? I can't remember any other ones, but they were all Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, which I think is one that DJ likes. Um, Sweet Life on Deck. What's the one with the girl that was the nanny? Do you guys know that one? Does anybody know that one? DJ, you know which one. Jesse, yeah, that's it. Jesse. I just remember all of those growing up. And I think the girl that played Jessie has a home here in my suburb. What's her name? Do you guys know the actress's name? I'd know it if I saw it. Anyway, whatever her name is, Debbie Ryan. I've heard rumors that she has a house here in my suburb because she's dating the lead singer for 21 Pilots, who's from Columbus. Funny story about 21 Pilots is that they are from Upper Arlington here in Columbus, which is where I'm from. They went to the same school I went to. I'm obviously 20 years older than them, 15 years older than them. But they ended up going to the same school that I went to, which was a private school called Worthington Christian. And their mother is a teacher in the same school district that my daughters are in. And now I hear that they have a house here in my suburb, and um, he's with Debbie Ryan. I don't know. I could be all wrong. I don't know. You know 21 Pilots, right, Lisa? Froggy, I am 52 and DJ is 26. About to be 27 in 2 weeks. Yep, 21 Pilots is from Columbus. Which is the only reason I think that she would have a house here, or it's actually their house or his house or whatever. Um, would be the only reason she's here. I'd also heard that one of the Backstreet Boys lives here, or at least has a house here. But I don't know if I ever believed that. They used to talk about that years ago. Doesn't make sense why he would be here. I don't know what his connection is. So I was right. She's in the James Bond video, standing in our kitchen, I think. Yeah, DJ's 26 for 2 more weeks. Yeah, Eric Clapton had a house right off of the Scioto River. You can see it from Riverside Drive. On the other side in Arlington, when you're in Arlington, you can look across the river and you can see it. My understanding is that he had a girlfriend from here and had a house here for that, and it was like a huge mansion right on the Scioto River. Your niece watches Jesse? I'm subbing. I love to hear that, Froggy. DJ must not be on anymore, or he's eating. Yeah, at least I don't know. I don't know what ever happened to that. I do remember that, yeah, that he had a house here. I mean, Columbus is a great place to live. It's just I don't know why anybody would like choose to come here without a connection here. Like I wouldn't come here. I Everybody knows on this channel that I want to go to Hilton Head and I want to buy one of those houses on the Atlantic Ocean. But I don't have $10 million to buy a house, so yep, DJ is the same age as a bunch of she's around the same age as everybody in BTS. And I'm the same age as their parents. Hello, Muhammad. Hilton Head is in South Carolina. And if you ever look at it on a map, it looks like a tennis shoe. It's so strange. It's literally shaped like a shoe, and specifically like a Nike or an Adidas shoe that you'd wear to exercise in, or a running shoe. It looks like a running shoe. Go look at it on a map if you don't know what I'm talking about. Hilton Head. It's right on the border of South Carolina and Georgia over by Savannah, and it is just this is such a weird looking place. But when you're there, it's beautiful, and I absolutely love it. Where are you in Texas? My youngest daughter wants us to vacation in Texas. And while we're there, she wants to go to Waco so that she can go and do all the Magnolia stuff. She's always saying, "Let's go vacation in Texas." And then let's go to Waco. We're in Columbus, Ohio. She was on the stairs sniffing the camera. She's a very, very sweet cat and afraid of everybody and is obsessed with my wife. She's literally connected it's almost like my wife has a leash. Everywhere she goes, Miley goes with her. Yeah, like I said, she just wants to see all the Magnolia stuff. You know what's funny, Lisa, is when we were in Hilton Head, there's a lot of like Ohio related stuff there. And I asked the person at the counter at this shop I was in, it's like, why do you have so much stuff for Ohio? And she said, most of the people that visit here are from Ohio. It's like a thing that people from Ohio go to Hilton Head. It's an 11-hour drive, and it just seems like they're like, it's so many people from Ohio are here. It's crazy. So they always have some sort of Ohio connection thing when they're trying to sell merchandise. What's the name of the band, Mary? Well, the Magnolia, I'm referring to Chip and Joanna Gaines. So she watches it on TV all the time, the home improvement stuff. LEX, what concerts did you go see here? I do know soccer. I played soccer in middle school, high school, and when I was a kid. My school did not have a football team, so I was pretty much stuck with soccer and basketball. Um, my daughters played soccer, travel soccer, and we used to go all over. We went as far as Memphis, Tennessee. We were going to do Florida, but that got canceled in Orlando. And we used to travel all over Ohio, Indiana. Where else? Kentucky. We used to go travel all over the states around here while my daughters played soccer, and I even coached soccer. So yeah, I know soccer a little bit. I live with my wife. My oldest daughter has moved out and is married and bought a house and lives with DJ. Um, my youngest daughter has her own apartment and is going to school. She's going to graduate at the end of this year in December. She's graduating early. Those are a lot of concerts, Ellie. Yeah, I want to go to Hilton Head again this year. We just really have to make a point. We don't get to travel a lot and we don't do a lot of vacations. We used to have a lake house up on Lake Erie and we used to go to it 3, 4 times a year. And it's near Cedar Point, which is why we spent a lot of time at Cedar Point, my daughter's growing up. And that was mainly a quick and easy vacation because it was a 2-hour drive and then we had a place to stay. We didn't have to get a hotel or anything. And then we would go to Cedar Point all the time. And every time recently that we've tried to schedule some sort of vacation, something has happened. And the big one was we were going to go to the Bahamas, my wife and I. And it was right after DJ and my daughter got married. We were going to go to the Bahamas. And thankfully, I didn't schedule it because I ended up getting sick and had to have surgery. And it would have been around that time. And then we were going to go to the Bahamas. And that's when the hurricane came through and destroyed the Bahamas. Would have been the week we were there that hurricane came through and destroyed it. It's like, so we just need to just jump in the car, 11-hour drive to Hilton Head, and I'll be happy. I absolutely love the Spanish moss trees and just the whole feel of the beach area down there and the golf courses. And I told a story before. I had an opportunity to buy a condominium at Wexford, which is a place, it's amazing place in the middle of Hilton Head, even though I'd rather be on the water. Um, had an opportunity to buy a condo down there for $350,000. And in Wexford, that's a steal. And I wanted to buy it and then fix it up and then have it, a place that we could go. Somebody else bought it. My wife was like, "No, we're not gonna go buy something down there," and I don't know. I still wish we would have done it, but somebody bought it for 350 and then fixed it up, like remodeled it a little bit, and then sold it for 800,000. And this is a condo. And if you ever go to like look at Wexford in on Hilton Head, go look at these pictures of this place. It's unbelievable. These houses are so gorgeous. And they have water that runs through this neighborhood and it runs through um, this golf course like you're in Florida, right? And people have docks behind their house, and they've got these 1, 2, $3 million homes through this neighborhood. And I'm thinking, we could buy a condo at the front of this neighborhood for 350,000, and we didn't do it. And somebody ended up selling it for 800,000, like less than a year later. See ya, MDC. That's funny. Steven Tyler and Joe Perry. I was a huge Aerosmith fan, mainly before they became like super commercial. Um, what album would that have been? I think it was Pump. What album was Love in an Elevator was one of their songs that was the beginning of them becoming real popular before they started having Steven Tyler's daughter in the videos. That's when they became really big in the 90s. But the 70s and 80s Aerosmith, oh my goodness. I have all their albums on vinyl. See ya, Elwind. Lisa, Smashing Pumpkins are coming to Columbus this summer, and I'm really thinking about getting tickets for that. I'm a big Tool fan, huge Rush fan, and I like Sam Smith. I was not so much into NXS, Hall& and Oates, or the Romantics. I may have liked one or two of their songs, and I didn't get into Kenny G, but I do have a lot of respect for him. I've seen Rush. I don't know who you're talking to. I think you're talking to somebody else in here, but I've seen him too. I saw him at Cooper Stadium in 1990. Oh, you're going to Smashing Pumpkins. That's awesome. We talk about how I always listen to all this old music and all the way through the 90s, and then in the 2000s, I stopped listening to current music, and I've just stayed with listening to all the old stuff. But one of the bands that I really like that's modern, besides BTS, obviously, is Maroon 5. But again, there's still a guitar and drums and bass, so it kind of makes sense. Um, wait, you watched all of our BTS reactions all at once, and oh wow, that's a lot. That would be almost 90 videos to watch all at once. That's well, thank you first of all. I just can't believe you would spend that time to watch them all at once. That's great. All right, so we're at 100 and we're at a we're at an hour and 17 minutes, and I wanna switch over to Instagram because I wanna talk to people face to face, and I'm gonna put my Instagram handle in here, and if people show up, then I can talk to you, and if not, then I'll just go to bed or something. I think that's right. So I'm gonna go switch over to Instagram now. If you guys could go over there and connect over there, and then I'll go live and talk to people. You might have to have an account to connect and talk to me, but I don't think you need one to watch. All right, now how do I change the camera? There. Okay. All right, I'm live on Instagram right now, the.official.mca. So if you guys could come over and somebody request to join me, a chat with me, and I will talk to you there. I don't suspect a lot of people will be there, but hopefully some people will come over and I can still talk to you guys face to face. So thanks for connecting with me on here. Sorry DJ wasn't here, but he had to go home. And for those that don't know, tomorrow is Super Tuna. And then shortly after Super Tuna, a second video is coming out, and it's going to be a surprise. And it is a BTS related surprise. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.